Yeah, what I'm missing? Glasses. Got the lenses changed in my glasses last week, and I picked them up on Thursday. And this is the same lens, same frame, different lenses, but the optometrist put in these progressive lenses. I'm trying to get used to them.
You're getting dizzy? Are they multifocal?
Like when I stand straight like that, there's a little computer boxy thing. It's got small writing on it. Yeah, it's out of focus. It's in focus. It's out of focus. It's in focus.
You're going to make yourself feel sick after a week of that.
And then I got my driving glasses, new ones, and when I put them on, I felt like I was 8 foot tall, walking around like I was a giant. And I had to wait for 10 minutes as slowly the earth came down, or I shrunk back down to normal size.
That sounds dangerous.
I don't know what these optometrists are doing, I'll tell you. Anyway.
They charge a fortune, and that's what they give you. I know.
Man, it was like nearly $800. There was a charge for this and a charge for that.
Yes.
And I said to the lady, she goes, "What do you think?" I said, "I should have gone to Specsavers." She goes, "Oh no, but this is this and this is that." I said, "Yeah." At first it said a week, but it took nearly 2 weeks for them to do everything.
I understand if you're looking up and down and you get a bit confused, all right?
Yep.
Can we use that excuse as well?
Someone said at a meeting on Thursday afternoon, they go, "It's good to see Gus is in agreement." I was just trying to see what text they had, who else we got?
Someone else is there.
Rebecca, she's upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Hello, lovey.
Hello.
Yes. We can hear you. Yep.
That's right. I'm just working
Show them your muffins.
Literally. Are you want to see my muffins?
Hello,
Got to trail them.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just made some muffins, that's all. There you go. There's your muffin.
There you go. They look nice. Yum.
Banana muffins.
Yum. Sounds good.
I'm sure the house smells lovely.
Yeah.
This Friday's the bingo for next Knox Nocturnal, isn't it? Friday.
So Friday the 31st, isn't it? Halloween night.
This Friday,
yeah. No, Halloween.
Oh, not this Friday.
Oh, sorry. It's a month away.
Halloween night. Month away, yes. No panic.
Yeah. Did everyone receive my email with all the dates coming up?
Yes.
Yes.
Scott, did you see that? Yeah. Jeanette, did you see that?
Yep, I saw it. Yep.
Beautiful. And Travis? Just making sure. Yeah. All right. What are we looking at for time? All right. So now I've just got to check. We've got Emma's here.
Emma.
District Governor elect. Hello, Emma.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Emma.
Jess Kerr's arriving. I think they're all jumping in now, everyone. So I'll just give it another couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Hello, Jess.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Jess.
Hello. Apologies. I'll switch on my camera in a few minutes.
That's all right.
Thank you.
I'll give you a couple more minutes for our friends. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are a few people that were interested that couldn't make it tonight. But we'll see how we go. I think Rebecca Sue said she was interested though, wasn't she? Sue Brown?
Yeah, she did say that. Yeah. Yeah, she did say, but I don't know whether or not she'll end up coming.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, we got so there's a few emails coming in from people going, hey guys, together. Is Tara here? No Tara's. All right, I'm just going to ring Tara, guys. Apologies, we'll get a little bit more organised.
It's okay.
Not easy.
Tara Garcia. Not too bad. You're interested in coming to the meeting, were you? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's all right. Can I email you quickly? What's right now? Right now, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no dramas. What's your email? The best email to get you on again? Yeah. Yeah. ID. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. And then it'll just be called meeting link. Right, from me. It's on its way. No dramas. Cheerio. Bye. All right, she'll come in a few moments once the machine fires up. And we've also got Peter Brock. Well done. All right, I think we might make a start, everybody, and welcome. Let's go. Great minds think alike, and I know with Christine and myself, we both have seen the benefits of a community group, RCL group that is like ours, working together, and the benefits are starting to pay off in terms of the social atmosphere, the collaboration on particular projects, and also I've been asked by our district governor nominee whether I'd be interested in taking on another couple of clubs, so they'll move out of one group and into another and so forth. So there's a bit of you probably know all about that, Emma, I imagine, and that. So and we're more welcome. In our group as well, we also include clubs like Bayswater and Knox. They're two smaller clubs like Belgrave, and they're certainly getting a benefit by being able to meet in person presidents and other club members, and they're not even shy asking for help on their Bunnings days or their barbecues or whatever it is they're doing, which is fabulous. And that's what Rotary is all about. If I always say, if a fellow club can keep a fellow club going, then the club itself is doing its community bit, etc. So we're here today for Rotarians Against Family Violence. Where I first heard about this about 3 to 4 years ago was the Zone 8, that's the zone we belong to, had a online forum which I was listening via my mobile phone, and talking about membership and all this sort of stuff and attracting new members. And then there was a chap talking about the Rotary Club. I think, is it called Ballon? Is that the right way? Have I said fine?
Ballina on Richmond, yes.
And believe it or not, people have told me that name 700 or 800 times, and I still can't remember it. So forth. But it's my favourite topic in Rotary. And this particular club had approximately 25 members for a Northern New South Wales club, and they rose to from 25 to 76 or something, around that sort of mark. And people will tell you, but it's very short-lived growth. But 3 years later, they still have 68 members and so forth. And I've seen other clubs like Emerald also do a big growth spurt, and listen intently to what Peter was telling me about how their club didn't say asked to join, but Peter said they asked for people to come and help. And then these people worked out, that we have meetings to organise things, and they became full members, etc. So that was a benefit. So today, in talking with Christine, there's RCL group leader, there is an expectation that we have a membership growth plan, and after studying some 30 or 40 across the nation and the zone, and reading about what people are doing and who's got success and hasn't done anything, and etc. So from the spectrum, they've got RCLs like me that haven't done anything at all, to others that their group has grown outstandingly. I've come to the conclusion that we need a project. Here comes Tara. And hopefully she's joined. There, Tara. Tara, you there?
Yep. My
Yep,
computer's
no
just
worries.
taking a second to catch up. How are we doing?
Very good, Tara. We're just having a quick chat about the background of what got us to today. So, in a nutshell, the Northern New South Wales Club that did this Rotarians Against Family Violence, they grew from 25 to 75 as the exec summary. So this particular topic, when I talked here in my office with potential Rotarians, and I mentioned to them, I've got a meeting on this Sunday, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. The Rotarians Against Domestic Violence always raises an interest in a topic of conversation. Okay, so we've got Sue as well. One more. Sorry, people are coming in slowly. How are you, Sue?
Hello.
How you
Just
going?
sorry.
That's
Hi,
all right.
Hello.
Now, just quickly, we're just talking about where we're up to, how we got to this particular meeting. So now we had a bit of discussion a few months ago with Christine, and what I like about having Christine and people like Christine and Emma and even Scott, that I and Peter, that I know personally about their organisational skills. And at the moment, we've got Scott and Peter as presidents, Christine as a past president, etc., and Emma, our soon to be, with only 10 months to go, or 9 months, our DG. I'm hoping that our project that we'll have here today will be a really spectacular one. So this particular meeting is going to be about setting up a little committee. The committee not necessarily will do any actions, but what it can do is it can report back to their clubs and talk to them about what has been discussed here, what some of the things we've been doing. And so what could happen is we could have all 12 clubs working on, for example, a rally, number one. Number two, we could have clubs working in pairs or in threes, etc. Or we could have a club working on its own. And so Wednesday week, for example, as you would have seen in my bulletin, Lilydale have got a family violence forum, which they're hosting in their area Wednesday week. So if you would like to come along, unfortunately, due to privacy and respect, they won't be broadcasting it via Zoom or anything like that, because you never know who's turning up and who's watching for personal safety reasons. But with respect to being available for yourselves to come along, you'd be more than welcome, according to the president of Lilydale. So now, without further ado, I might ask Christine. We've got our video. I'm not sure how it's going to play, but I'd like an introduction from you, Christine, to talk about your thoughts and ideas on what we can do as a committee on this particular topic.
Thank you, Gus. Okay, when past District Governor Colin Barron was handing out the Excellent Award to the clubs at the end of his Rotary year, it struck a chord with me when he gave an Excellence Award to the Rotary Club of Sale for Rotary Says No to Domestic Violence. So next morning, I Googled their president, who happened to be Lisa Burgess, and she came online to our club, plus we invited Belgrave and Bayswater Club to join us very, very early in this Rotary year. And she was able to explain to us how her club had started the campaign about 6 months prior. So that was very useful, because they're still at the very, very, very early stages of what they're trying to achieve. And from that, I said to Gus, this has to become a project that we all share, because it's something out of our depths, maybe in some ways, but it's also to get the impact. We need to have everybody on board with this. So I think that and what Gus has mentioned about the Rotary Club of Ballina on Richmond in New South Wales. Also, South Australia also is very, very much ahead of us as well as Victoria goes. I think this needs to be something in Victoria that starts in a big way, and I think we're behind the eighth ball as a state. And not just in Rotary, but generally speaking. So I think that are we going to show the video? Because if we show you video from Richmond on Ballina, I think that'll explain how they started, what they're doing, and then how we can perhaps move forward and form committee groups, clubs, as you said, do it individually as clubs, collaborate with each other and see what they are doing as with a cause that struck a chord with their local townspeople, and I'm sure it will anywhere, and with also their it has increased membership because it struck an emotional chord with local people. And I think that's what will help increase membership overall. But the main aim of the game is not so much the membership comes, but I think that the video will explain it. If you can show the video, Gus, that would be great. You're the tech man, over to you.
Sorry, are you able to paste the link back in the chat, please, Christine?
It wasn't a link, it was purely just if you Google Rotary,
Okay.
Rotary Club Ballina on Richmond and go down, there's a YouTube there.
Okay, it's Rotary Club of
Ballina, Ballina, on Richmond.
Ballina
On Richmond.
on Richmond. Yep.
And then go down, there'll be a video there.
Yeah.
And it was, I think, I forget the gentleman's name now that I sent to you. The very first one at the bottom of that, you'll see a YouTube. It's about 13 minutes.
Just having a look where it might be. I'm on their site.
No, not on their site. Just Google them. Just Google them, but not on their site, not on their website or anything.
Okay. Is it in YouTube or something? Or
it's a YouTube? Yes, it's a YouTube. It was actually coming up. Let me see where else I can find for you. If I can find anything else that's.
Is that the one by? It's 13 minutes, is it?
Yes, correct. There was also a very good article. Most of you probably would have seen this in the Rotary Down Under. I forget what it was. Rotary Down Under in June 2025. There was a very, very good article there about all about this particular club that's increased their membership and how they've started and what they've done there. The whole approach to how they actually got this going off the ground. Apparently, they had the police were spending 80% of their time in domestic violence situations and reporting, etc. So, and they weren't even capturing a fraction of the reporting anyway, because a lot of it was just slipping under the net. So, they've actually got more and more and more people now reporting it because people feel safer too, because the whole town is involved in it. How are you going, Gus?
Not very well. Just
come on.
I'm seeing a few of their videos, but if you find the link, let me know and I'll put it up.
Well, no particular link. I just did it just as I said. I just gave you what I sent you.
Yeah. All right, give me a moment. We'll find it. Okay.
I've got the links for other things, of kits, etc., but not for that particular site that I saw in front of me at the moment. Sorry, I'll have a quick look, see if I can find it too.
Found it.
You got it?
Yep. So it's on there. It's on a website, South Pacific website. So 30 minutes, 14 seconds. All right, everyone. Apologies for the delay. I misunderstood. My fault entirely. What I'll do is I'll just share my screen, and I'll also pop the link in the chat. So if it doesn't work, just break off and run it for yourselves in the chat. Okay, give us a second. this is where the video is. It might be worthwhile taking this video back to the clubs. All right, I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Press play. It's on Vimeo.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yep.
Snap it. We just need to make it bigger so we can see it.
Yes.
Okay, so these are story of one of the clubs in my Rotary district. I'm from the Gold Coast, and Northern New South Wales and Gold Coast are part of one district, 9640. So I know this story very well because I've been involved with this club from the very beginning. And the story is about how this club, 35-year-old club, from 35 members in the last 5 years has become an 85-member club. How do you like that? Good. Yes. Thank you. Well known Richmond. So this club was like another traditional club that most of us know, doing all the things that most people do, raise money and give it to other charities. And they were doing that through a wine and food festival. So the club decided one day to ask themselves, what are we actually doing here? And they went out and said, what is our core purpose? Why are we giving money out? What can we do? And they went about and asked the community, what can we do for you? They had given ambulances, fire brigades, done a lot of work for other charities. And for 35 years, the club was at 35 members. And most of the community said, you have not connected with a cause that's a burning cause in my town. Ballina is a 9,000 people town in northern New South Wales, which has had the highest domestic violence rate in that part. So this is what the community said. Engage with a cause that is connected to our lives. And that's exactly what the club did. They said, fine, let's take domestic violence as a cause. There was a president of the club who has had an experience of one of his closest friends' sister was murdered by her husband. And that inspired him to come up and say, let's take a cause because I have seen what has happened. And they went about asking themselves, how, why, all these questions, what can we do when? And that led to them talking to the community and staging a march in the town in 2019, November. Rotary says no to domestic violence. 800 people joined them. It took them 1 year to get the permission and get the roads closed. Okay. But in November 2019, they were able to get a march, and which created a huge impact. What happened actually was the club members got engaged with the committee got engaged with the club. Most of our clubs actually, we sit down in our comfort rooms. We don't go into the committee. We only get involved to give a check. But here, all the club members got engaged and they were seen. And then, having seen the march, the local police got engaged with them. They said, this is an area we've spent 80% of our time. So the local police New South Wales police came and said, can we be part of your campaign? Because domestic violence is a huge issue. They spent 80% of our resources, police resources, on domestic violence. And they said, fine. The members of the club said, yes, we like to partner with you. Police said, we like to partner with Rotary. And then, it became a bigger campaign. And you'll see that the police started on the campaign and then got another walk going. And it was no to domestic violence and yes to respectful relationships. And the campaign went across my district when I was governor in 2020. And then we launched campaign right across Australia. How many of you heard of this campaign? Yeah, and we launched it at the Parliament, Federal Parliament in Canberra, where the government got involved. They said, yes, we like to launch it. So what happened was actually people partnered with Rotary. They wanted to come on board because the cause was relevant. Rotary was a vehicle. The Ballina Richmond Rotary Club was a vehicle. But the cause was what the people got attracted to. People don't join Rotary clubs they join our causes. That is what was important, in this club, 35-year-old club. They completely transformed. It's a one cause that connected with the public. Then the people said, can we be part of Rotary? That's how the membership grew. They connected. They said, okay, Rotary is standing up for something. Not because we went to federal parliament, but it's simply that happened in the same town. Campaign at the parliament, which led, if you remember last year, a zone-wide campaign, because the president of the Rotary Club, Dave Harmon, who initiated, and his wife, Robbie, Dave became the district governor last year of my district. And he was able to talk to all the other governors and say, can we do this campaign together? It'll help your clubs. And if you remember, South Australia had one of the best programs last year. They had about 2,000 people with all other organizations teaming up. A lot of other organizations, other charities join us. Whereas most of our Rotary clubs, we join other organizations' campaigns. But here there was a campaign led by Rotary, under Rotary's banner. And the people thought, wow, we want to be part of you guys. There was an attraction. The power of attraction comes to a club when you have something very unique. And it's not a cause. I remember the state member of parliament called me when I was governor and said, I'd like to have a chat with you. I said, you have a chat with the man who is initiated the campaign, and asked Dave Harmon to go and meet the member of parliament. And she said, we like to compliment you because Rotary is known to be a men's organization, and you're taking up a cause that's more connected to females. And we like to salute you guys. And then, of course, she went to the federal parliament and mentioned, and it's in the Hansard. We have had 3 Hansard mentions of this campaign, saying what a great cause that Rotary is standing for. So this was the campaign that went across. We had 101 actions in that last Rotary year, right across our zone. Mainly it was in Australia. So that campaign led to the local corporates coming on board. And this club now has 9 corporate members. They said, we like to be part of you. And in discussions, the club initiated a campaign called Purple Friday. All these purple shirts were created, and they gave these shirts to the companies for the employees and owners to wear every Friday. So if you go to Ballina on a Friday, you'll see 90 organizations, from coffee shops to cafes to schools. They wear this purple t-shirt to call it a Purple Friday. It's an advocacy campaign. There is no solution to domestic violence, but we can create a conversation. That is what this campaign is about, advocacy. There are a lot of organizations who do the plastering work, just a band-aid. But this is an advocacy campaign. And with this campaign, Purple Friday, the company said, we like to be part of your Rotary Club. So that helped them to get 9 corporate members from the community join them. And what is unique is, Rotary clubs are used to collecting, raising money and giving checks. Today, the community organizations are raising money and giving it to the Rotary Club of Ballina and Richmond. During the 2022 floods, if you remember, Northern New South Wales, 70% of my district went underwater. Lismore, all those are part of my district, Ballina, Lismore, Byron Bay. And during that time, the community organizations raised $1 million and gave to the club and say, you do the work. Because they had the confidence that Rotary Club of Ballina would do this work. So it's not only domestic violence, because of the reputation the club had. They said, we'll give you the money, go and do the work. And yesterday they had a thank you party for all the organizations who contributed to the flood relief campaign. So much of benefits. This is our campaign on Friday, the Purple Friday campaign. And from Ballina, it has now moved to other parts of my district like Ilukavumba and Yamba. And this is how, through the campaign in the last 3 years, what we have seen is, can you see there's a increase in the reporting of domestic violence. Earlier, it was not reported, but now people are reporting it to the police. So it's a good sign that people are coming out and talking and police are coming. Now, police came on board not to only be part of the program. They initiated a public image campaign on their own by getting 10 Olympic winning, gold medal winning athletes to come as models. And they ran a whole campaign. They paid for it. A social media campaign where police, New South Wales police, and Rotary Club of Ballina say no to domestic violence. It was amazing. You know, we didn't have to spend any money because they saw the value of it. And today, the New South Wales police have agreed for a 3-year partnership with Rotary, to which the regional council has said, yes, we are happy. And it has led to the Queensland police. And of course, we are negotiating with other police, state police to come on board. So it will help. And today, the police are calling our Rotary clubs across New South Wales and Queensland, asking, when are you ready for the next event, which is November? In November, last week of November, the first week of December, there's a global campaign of 16 days of activism against domestic violence. If you read the RDU magazine, page 6 will have the story and how you can get involved. It will really help your club, and that's how the club transformed. So what happened is, important thing is, as a marketer, I can share with you, every club needs an identity. The identity of a club, you know, when you go out to Ballina, people identify the Rotary Club, or these are the guys who say no to domestic violence. We need identity. Every club needs an identity, like a product. And if you have an identity, identity comes with a cost. And if you get the right demography and a relevance to the community, that is how you build the identity for your club. And this Ballina Club case study we have produced a toolkit that is available for you. Toolkit that's available that will tell you all the resources you need and what you can do if your club wants to get involved in a cause-based activity like no to domestic violence. You can use it for any other cause, but the toolkit is very useful. You can get it at we have it on our creatingrotarytomorrow.org website. Okay, so what really happened was, in a nutshell, what the Rotary Club of Ballina and Richmond did is they changed their mindset. They changed their process. Mark was talking about a process. They changed. They said, no, let's do something different. It was not easy. The people who lived there, Dave Harmon, his wife, and 3 others who led the club to change, transform, nearly left Rotary because of the pushbacks. But they were determined. They were able to sell it and win the club over. And they said, fine. They do the other activities, but the 80% of resources today are to the No to Domestic Violence campaign. And today our regional council has said, yes, we endorse it as a regional project. Let's see how well we go, because we have partnerships and we have a great cause that Rotary can lead, like how we led the No to Polio campaign. But end of it, it's the mindset. We have to change the mindset of our members and our clubs. How many of you are ready for this? Great. Thank you.
All right, what do people think of that video?
Really
Yeah.
powerful.
Amazing.
So I met that fellow at the RCL training a few months ago. It was the second training session we had. We have one every year. And if one day one of you will become the RCL, that'd be great. And you also go to the training. This guy was legendary. He changed my mind about a lot of things when he was talking. And I talked to him about this idea of Rotary against domestic violence. And he went into great detail with me and all the others from our district, RCL leaders, etc., and from around Australia. And to me, I always thought, why doesn't Rotary invest money in like a commercial and put it on the telly, or in cinemas, on TikToks and all that sort of other stuff like that? We've got all this money and we make it hard for ourselves. And what he said, this fellow who just spoke, is he said the Lions Club spent 2.1 million on an advertising campaign, and they actually, their membership declined by 18%, quote unquote. And I couldn't understand why. And he said, because if you look at Rotary, the Lions said, what's because this guy that just spoke is a big marketing guru. He said the Lions Club, their product that they had was a club meeting. And people didn't join the Lions because they wanted to attend meetings. They joined the Lions because they wanted to do things. And all this negativity formed, and people that were thinking of leaving actually left. And so they very quickly stopped putting their commercials on all their social media and Facebook commercials and etc. So going back to, I hate to do it, quoting Peter Brock again, who told me the other week, that we invited people to come and do stuff rather than invite them to be members to begin with. I hope I heard that correctly, Pete. And so giving people a cause, right? Later they'll join Rotary. And that's what our marketing friend was saying, that the product cannot be the meeting. The product has to be a cause, something that you've got to want to do with Rotary, etc. So now that we have sort of a background of what we're looking to achieve, and as I said earlier on, not sure if everyone heard, but I put the bulletin out a couple of days ago, and in that was listing Lilydale having their domestic violence forum coming up a week from Wednesday. So if you have the opportunity, maybe there's some people in your club that could attend and represent and report back to the club. It'd be really interesting if you could make that happen. So now where we're going to from here, what I'd like to do is ask for someone that can nominate themselves, or if they'd like to be like the coordinator of this little committee. Now, understand I'm there with you. You don't have to spend any money. I've got all the tools and the talent and the good looks. I always say, no, just joking. Don't laugh, Emma. All right, it's my joke. But you don't have to spend any money. But what we're looking at is that, to begin with, we try and bring together to the group all the information that we can, the resources, who we should be contacting, what other clubs have done in the past already, etc. I've asked Christine to be like the group's mentor as well. You're still happy to do that, I hope, Christine?
Yeah, fine, absolutely.
Yep. And I'll see whether someone, if you haven't been in charge of a committee before, this will be a fantastic opportunity to have a go. We've got some really skilled people amongst us. And so what I'd like to see, again, it can be I'm calling a coordinator because the group itself may not be directly doing things other than capturing information and reporting back to the clubs. But what they can be doing is making sure that if clubs want to get together and work together, we've worked with Mumboldt, we've worked with Emerald, we've worked with Ferntree Gully. So Belgrave's quite used to relying on other clubs to help them out, or we are relied upon as well. Is anyone interested in taking up and being the first coordinator of our group? Is that you, Jeanette?
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
All right, that's all I had to say. Thanks everyone for joining. No. Just joking. Fantastic, Jeanette. And so now the
Don't
next
know.
sort
I need guidance. I don't know where, but
No.
I will.
No.
I'm very quick at picking things up and running with them.
Yeah. I mean, above anything, I want you to have a good time. Everyone to have a good time. We're all friends here. So I'll just put in the coordinator. Just putting it. But this is all recorded, and so but Janet Jensen. And apart, what club are you from again, Jeanette?
Wandon.
Wandon. Fabulous. Cool. We like
Coming
Wandon.
to your dance too on the 11th.
Yes, I hope everyone's there and all that. Come along, Pete. I know I don't call you Twinkle Toes Brock for nothing, right? Hope to see you there. I know we have so much fun. Emma and myself go way back 35 years, and I can't think of how many hundreds of parties we've attended. All that. But I like to always make sure in Rotary we're having a good time. All right, so now what we might do is go around the room just because we're 36-minute mark and I want to keep it right on the hour. I'll just start asking people, and we're going to record, so I'll just pop it as dot points. And so, Christine, what's a valuable point you think we need to consider as a group?
Well, obviously we work across several, I presume, council areas. Is that correct? We've got Knox. We've got Yarra Ranges. Am I correct?
Yep.
I don't know where you're all from. Maroondah,
Cardinia.
maybe? Cardinia.
What about Scott? Where are you from?
Yeah, Cardinia.
Cardinia, yeah.
Whitehorse as well.
Big pardon, Jess?
Whitehorse City Council.
What?
Whitehorse.
Whitehorse. I beg pardon, yep. Yep.
So with all of that, we need to perhaps, and this is just a suggestion, I don't know, but if we want to follow along the lines of what Ballina did, for example, they were a small town, so it made it a little bit easier because, you know, you've got one police force there, you've got one of everything sort of basically. We're covering a larger area, so I would assume that we need to work with maybe speak to our local councils and find out and let them know what our intentions might be. It's purely making an awareness of this project cause, and find out the areas of where all their organisations and agencies, etc., are and what they're already doing, so we don't step anyone's toes and not get anyone upset. They don't hear and say, oh, what's Rotary trying to do behind our back? So I think we've got to come clean with the councils. We also need to make ourselves known to the local community police in each area, which obviously was a very, very important part in the Ballina one as well, working with the local police. And I think that might just be a start to begin with before we take it any further, because until we know what we're working with and who would be happy for us to work with them as such, I don't know whether we should go much further personally, because obviously we can start going on and on and on, but we need to start at the very beginning. That's my thought process.
Okay, next person. Scott, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, thanks. Look, your timing for this meeting is quite remarkable. You'll see Travis Davidge is on here. Travis is one of my members down at Lang Lang, Career Up Lang Lang, and he's also president of our, for a better term, our township committee, the business and traders and community in our township. So obviously we're a small little town, 2,800 people, and we're also Career Up next door. So between the two towns, about 6,000 people over two towns. So Travis hosted a meeting on Tuesday night, which involved Cardinia Shire Council and our local police inspector for the Cardinia police catchment area. And it was quite shocking, actually, to be honest, listen to what we heard. So if you look at Victoria as a state, 40% of the domestic violence that is reported is in City of Dandenong, City of Casey, City of Cardinia, which is Cardinia Shire Council, which is the Southern Metropolitan District 2, I think, for VicPol. 40% of the state is in our patch. So so that was quite. I was involved in scouting for a long time, and you know what? We live in a rarefied bubble. I think we don't see stuff like this going on. So you know, you just don't realise what's out there and about and what have you. So so yeah, it was sort of interesting to hear that. No, it wasn't. It was shocking actually to hear that. So I've spoke with Scott, who's the inspector, and I said to him, mate, you got a good name. That's a good bloke. And he agreed. So and with the council lady from the council for Cardinia, and they're super keen to. We were certainly looking at hooking up with our sporting bodies here in our town, because we think they're probably, don't get me wrong, Travis and I are the youngest blokes in Rotary. Our patch on 56. Travis has got he's got about 10 years to catch up to me still. But most of our members are in their 70s plus. So it's certainly well out of their our sphere of influence, as the Ballina sort of people said. But we reckon linking with our sporting clubs, and we've got a really strong football and netball club at Lang Lang, really super strong, over 100 members, and that demographic wise, age wise, potentially we reckon if we link with them and work with the sporting clubs and do the same at Career Up as well, because quite often we forget that we are Kooyurup Lang Lang. We seem to focus a bit on Lang Lang, and because we all live in Lang Lang. So, and we had lines in Kooyurup, but they're pretty much folded, unfortunately, which is sad because we used to do stuff together, but yeah, they're just how things happen. So I think from our point of view, we would like to work with. We've already sort of spoken to the police and the council, and they're really keen to get on board. And I reckon Gus and I think Emma, are you coming down to Lang Lang for the president's DG's meeting?
DG visit, yeah.
I reckon we'll have Kooyurup and that there, Pakenham there as well. We could certainly talk with them, and that would hit majority of the and Bunyip Garfield. And then if Emma's there from Emerald, we're still going to cover off Cadinea's LGA area anyway, and see what we can do and report back to you guys and feed in sort of what we're thinking of doing. I haven't thought about
Scott. I think Scott, you just mentioned the very key word that I've heard from all the other clubs around Australia doing this is that we need to report back through Jeanette what's happening so that everybody else can learn. Not so much from the mistakes, but you might pick like a police superintendent, and your superintendent says, in the Belgrave area, there's my friend Sergeant such and such. I'll let him know that to get him in contact with you, Gus, in Belgrave, and there's such and such in Emerald. I'll get him in contact with Peter Brock, and you know what I'm saying, that these people, they meet and we can spread the network. Just mindful of time, Scott, but that's fabulous. Rebecca, anything that you wanted to add? Is that my dinner coming along nicely? Yes. Yeah.
All right, the roast is cooked.
Okay, thanks, Lovey.
We think that what we should do is hold on a minute. We also, in our areas, we should look for the emergency numbers that people can contact if they are in trouble, just so that we actually have that available. So that if we do come across anybody who says they need help, that we can just have like a little pamphlet or something just in our own local areas that they can go to straight away. Not that we can solve any problems, but having a number that they can contact is probably all that we can do in our own right. I just think maybe we should check our local areas for that emergency number.
That's a good point. Those that you
Great idea.
know Trish
Yeah,
Carr.
I think we can all do that. I mean, that's easy. I think that's probably one of the best things we can do.
I was just on that point, Rebecca. Trish Carr has got from her as an RCL leader with her club Box Hill Burwood. They've got some sort of card that they put around with a QR code and all that sort of other stuff. I might, on Rebecca's idea, see if we can get a copy of that just for everyone to see what they're doing, because they're putting this QR code around town saying, do you need help with family violence and all that? And when they scan it, it hits a web page, and that web page can be on our district website. It doesn't have to be associated with Rotary, but again, we have the tools, we have the technology and so forth. So it might be something simple like that to get the word out. I know they had there. All right, we're just mindful of the time. Thank you, Rebecca. Tara?
Hang on, I haven't finished yet.
One more, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No. The reason why I'm specifically saying the telephone number, not necessarily a QR code, is that some people don't know how to use a QR code. So I'm just saying everyone actually has an actual local number that we can carry on our own person, that if we do come across somebody, we can just give them a number and then they can take it from there if they want the help. That's what I'm saying.
Good idea.
That's it. That's all.
Thanks, Avi. That's a good point. Tara, you're next on my list.
Gus, I'm going to apologise right now. I thought this was because I'm an RCL up in Canberra and we're part of that weird pod thing that's been set up with this refresh thing.
That's at 7:30.
So that's the meeting I thought I was joining, but I found this very interesting because so what we did in Canberra this last year and that we're going to continue is instead of having a march or something, we actually had like a community barbecue event where we actually brought a lot of the services together, and we had members of police and all the various services. And for us, it was more about bringing the Rotary clubs together as well to learn more about what services are there, so that if and when, kind of like what Rebecca was saying, that we are, we do meet someone who is going through a period of needing that assistance, we then have that information to be able to share onwards. So I thought I would just stick around as well. I'm hoping you're okay with the fact that I did that and just give that information. That's what we did in the Canberra region and in out just across the border in Queanbeyan as well. And we got really good involvement from our local government, like from the Legislative Assembly in the ACT and the local government area in Queanbeyan, Palerang area. So I just thought I would share that information with you.
Did you need me to send you the right link?
Yeah,
later?
that would be great because I don't have that link either.
Yeah, I was trying to work out where you're from and who are you. So
No, that's okay. No, I'm from Canberra, so completely not able to assist at all in this one. But I'm very much very amazed by the enthusiasm anyway. So thank you though. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Sue C. You there, Sue?
I'm here. Sorry, I don't know how to make my video work, but I'll know for next time.
That's
I don't have a lot to offer right now except for my my enthusiasm, and I'm looking forward to helping whichever way I can.
Fantastic. And always remember, there's always, as we know in Rotary, little jobs popping up here and there. Just understand as RCL, Tara will tell you, we're not supposed to be running things with, and so what I do is, as my presidents will tell you, I ask for a host club, and this is like a host committee from our clubs. And so there's always plenty of work coming in. And with Jeanette's help, I'm sure with her expertise, we will get something nicely moving along. But it's good to hear that you're here. And again, jump in at any time. The next on my list is Jess. And where are you from, Jess?
I am from Melbourne. And thank you for the invite. This is my very first official meeting for an event. And honestly, I'll start with a gratitude note. I love the video. It actually gave me goosebumps because I'm coming from a culture wherein this topic awareness is zero. Like I go to the temple every Sunday and I keep hearing a lot of stuff, not just with the females, even the men also face domestic violence. And I am so feeling proud to be part of this club, this community, wherein I would be getting the opportunity to raise awareness, because I feel the minimum thing we can do is to raise awareness, not just the community or the club, even the organization wherein I work. They do so many things to raise awareness, but you won't believe. When I saw the video, I saw everyone in purple t-shirt. There was actually last 2 weeks ago, my office made a day wherein everyone had to wear purple just to support, but 1 in 10 people wore that. So nobody has got awareness why we are wearing it. So I'm feeling blessed to be a part of this club, and I would try to do whatever I can to support. I would just need some guidance from lovely experienced people like Peter and Emma here, because I've just recently joined this club. So I would love to give my best.
I tell you, you've got years of experience in here. So I've only been in Rotary a short time, Jess, and about 35 years. But still, it's the thing is, you've got some great people here, and this is the sort of committee you want to be on, in my opinion, of course, to learn all about Rotary, because these people are spreading out like a spider web to all these other clubs, and you'll be hearing about so many different things and experiences, and you'll have so many new friends. Not one. That's fantastic, Jess. Mr. Brock, man of the hour. Your thoughts? Oh, don't tell me you've jammed.
Is it me, Gus?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you froze for a moment there. I thought,
Sorry,
I just lost you. That's all right. Can you hear me, Pete?
I think I can. My Wi-Fi is a bit low. But look, I think I'm fine. There's been a great amount of talking, and with Sue and Jess from our club involved, I think it's all in good hands. Thanks, Gus.
No worries. Okay, so beautiful. Okay, next we've got a few left. Okay, Travis, your thoughts?
He's driving, mate. So he's listening as he's driving back from Warrnambool with the family in the car.
Okay. And lastly, Emma, District Governor-elect.
Thanks, Gus. I'm really glad that Jess and Sue are here, and I'm going to take quite a vested interest in this. I think it's something I'm very passionate about, being a principal of a school and in education for a long time. I've seen the view from the children's perspective and had to make reports myself. The Department of Education is coming out with a lot of information for teachers and schools at the moment as to who to contact and how to handle situations, because we're not necessarily equipped to do that. But yeah, going along the lines of what Beck was saying about having the contact details and the resources, because we won't, as individuals, we can't handle reported situations which we may well come across in our work if we're going to be working in this area. So I'm going to go to Lilydale's forum night. I think it'll be interesting to see what they do. And yeah, just happy to be able to be part of the group and hear what's going on and do what I can to support any further plans. Beautiful. Did that information that they're giving out to the schools, do you know if that's like restricted only to teachers, or it's going to be something that the schools will hand out to students to take home or something like that? Or I think it's more training for teachers how to manage and policies and protocols for teachers in schools. But yeah, that will probably be part of it. There's certainly a connection there with Orange Door and things like that. So yeah, I'll let you know if there's anything of use to us, to this group. Yep. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right. That's everybody on the forum. Oh, sorry, have I missed somebody?
You haven't said hello to me.
Oh, sorry, Jeanette. Sorry. My bad. Apologies. You're the boss now.
Well, I just thought I'd say hello to everyone.
Yes, of course.
And then
about yourself, Jeanette.
No, well, I just thought this is going to be a great basically a learning process for us all. And the cause is amazing for the Rotary Club members. So it's not just us learning it, it's going to spread out to all our club members. I think it's going to be great for the community to understand that, Rotary cares, and it's a good connection there. So it's a great way of connecting all our clubs together. And I guess the journey starts here, doesn't it?
It does. And everybody, you were there on day one. Today's day one, round zero. So the last thing, now that everyone's had a chance, and apologies to the boss, Jeanette, for not including her. I just was going around, when you go around everybody's picture. So the last thing with just a moments to go, I'll call for anyone to just blurt it out. But some of the goals of our committee will be, like Jeanette just said, connecting clubs together, and just yell out if you think of something that could be one of the goals of the committee. It doesn't have to be like polished up. It can just be your raw thought. But is it sharing information is another goal?
Gus, I reckon one of the taking on from Beck's really good idea about having the number would be if we, as we're talking about younger people potentially involved in this area, they're going to Google and say, oh, I heard Rotary at Lang Lang's doing something about domestic violence. They're going to Google Lang Lang Rotary. We now have a web page, thanks to you and Club Runner. So if we get something that maybe we could have a consistent thing that we could put on all our web pages with a phone number or something like that, would be a handy tool, I reckon. Yep. Now, is it, in everybody's opinion, is it worthwhile that all the clubs will have we could have a page on the district website, and each club just has a link to the domestic violence, so there's just one common page that everybody can link to? Or does every club want to have its own page? And then we just make sure that we provide the reference information, and your webmasters will pick and choose what they want and so forth. What's people think? From an emergency point of view, so you see I work for the fire brigade, we use a term one source, one message. Yep. It keeps it consistent. Otherwise, what I think is important at Lang Lang may not be the same as what Jeanette thinks at Wandon, and Emerald up at Emerald will say, no, this is way more important. If we have one, it gives consistency.
I was actually, yeah, I'd think I'd have two. I'd have the common one, and if there's a local one that someone can straight away go to if the common ones, because often the common one will have going through the website, trying to find location, trying to find this, and they're upset. So I think if there's a common number they can ring, or a local number they can ring straight away, that would be good too. So you could add the two together. So anyway, just a thought.
Yeah. All right. So at the moment we'll have the common one, and we'll have and that one can be adapted to a local one for a club. Yeah. Right. So a common and a local webpage.
Support. Yeah.
All right.
That's right. Just
4 minutes to go. Anyone else got some good ideas for the goals of the committee?
If you want to learn more information, there's heaps and heaps of information on Rotary Pacific. They've got all sorts of posters and all sorts of information, which will help you. That leads you into all sorts of other areas that you can investigate. South Australia have got a very good campaign going as well. We might pick up some ideas of how they're working in Adelaide. So there's a lot of resources that you can actually get good ideas from to help us.
Yep. Actually, what I'll do is I'll share what I'm writing, so that makes it a bit easier. Okay, so it should be then the email, and yep. So anyone else? I'll get back to that South Australian Rotary. It has a campaign we should investigate.
There are a program that's called Love Bites, and that facilitates educates youth in respectful relationships. So that's like an add-on sort of thing. So that's already established. So there's plenty of other areas of people that have done the hard work for us.
Yeah, what I like the idea of is what Scott was talking about with, because I also with Rebecca we sponsor and volunteer at a local footy club and so forth, and it pays off for Rotary because they give us their beautiful $3 million venue for like $150 a night, with kitchen and everything. So it works well as a partnership between the footy club and Rotary. So but also they've got some 1,600 members, and a lot of them are the young netballers, the young girls, and young footballers, boys, young footballers of girls, and male and female seniors teams, etc. So as a good getting the message out type of group, I like what Scott was saying, is talk to these and form partnerships with these clubs. I know the presidents of the clubs very well. There's the cricket club, the men's club, and the female cricket clubs. There's the lawn bowls, which got a little bit of youth and everything like that. So we've got a whole bunch of footy clubs that we could have a forum with, and netball clubs as well. It's just my thought. All right, we've got 1 minute to go. Now, the next meeting, which we'll work on with Jeanette a month from now. Okay. And so, as you can see, I'll put an email out to the group. If you've got other people from your club, and what was told to us at the RCL meeting by the guy you saw on the video, he said this type of thing, where I know we've got Sue and we've got Jess, who are new Rotarians, it's an ideal place as presidents to make your new people want to feel like to belong to a committee like this. We've got Emma here, we've got Christine here, who are going to be like mentors. I haven't told Emma yet, but don't tell Emma I told her that. But and they're going to make sure that things keep moving. If you get any problems or you get stuck or something, because there's going to be a lot of emotional things that you're going to be subjected to. And I know, Scott will tell you, being a fireman, a firefighter, there's, what looks like fantastic in the movies, like Backdraft and everything, but there's a real human element. And I've seen huge guys crumble when they've seen certain incidents in front of them that their brain's not there to deal with. So I want to make sure that if you're feeling uncomfortable or anything like that at all, do speak up, because we're all in it together. All right, I'll punch out these minutes that you'll see. I'll give him a little bit of a clean up, and I get lovely Rebecca just to double check that what I write makes sense. And we will organise another meeting within a day or so for a month's time. Is it Sunday at 5 till 6 okay with everybody? Jeanette,
Yep.
You're the boss now.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah. Cool.
I will be playing cards in half an hour, but it's good for me.
Oh, lovely. All right. Thank you everyone for attending. This is fabulous. And again, keep an eye out. There's a lot of fun things coming up soon. There's the dancing. Lilydale got the hypnotist. I don't know if you guys, Rebecca and I already booked for the dinner and show. Rotarians got their bingo trivia night. Mumbolt's got theirs. And in your clubs, like Scott or Jeanette or Tara or anyone like that. Well, not so much Tara because you're in another state, but we have access to the to the bingo equipment. And if your club want to hold a really easy fundraiser, just ask Christine. It's so easy and lots of fun, and they can make $1,000 to $2,000 without even trying. All right, so a very quick fundraiser. You want to do it? You know, we have the equipment, and we're there. I'll come down and help you. We've got all the books and machines, and you know, so forth, and we come and help you for free. So you're looking for a quick fundraiser? Let me know. All right, thank you everyone. We're right on 6 o'clock. We're just over, and we'll see you all next time.
Don't forget your dinner. Dinner's ready.
Yes. Yeah, and
Thanks,
Sarah,
everyone.
I'll send you the link in a moment. Okay.
Jess,
See
have you got a
everyone.
question?
Bye.
Oh,
Thank you.
All good. See ya.
You have a question?
bye, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thanks.
Gus. See you. Bye.
Bye.